Hey, today we're going to go over releasing basically from the TL junction all the way down through the hip and looking how to mobilize or do some self-manufactured release to all the rotators of the hip. We're going to be using a lacrosse ball. This is probably the best size ball that you can use. Where we're going to start is about, like I said, that kind of TL junction. That's kind of where your diaphragm ties in to the psoas and where the QL is going to attach. So essentially what we want to do is we're going to take that ball, you'll lift your hips up and place that ball on one of the sides, and you're going to want to just bridge up a little bit, breathing in a little bit of tuck of the hips. And we're not really rolling around on this. What we're going to find is a couple sore spots. A lot of times what you'll find is if you reach or roll away, that's going to expose some of the sore spots, and then we just don't want to put too much pressure down. You want to actually be able to breathe in, and then just very gently exhale. You want to sink into it. You might get some referral pain from this for sure, and then you just want that discomfort or that pain to drop. If you find that as you're breathing it's getting worse and worse and worse, remove yourself from that. So essentially we're going to start up a little bit higher. We're going to work our way down. Okay, so all the way down the spine, spending some time on each of those areas, and then what we're going to eventually get to is right here is the top of the hip, and then we're going to work all the way across the sacrum. Same idea. We're going to find a couple spots where it's a little bit, tender, uncomfortable. Again, we're just breathing in, exhaling out, letting that sink. You can play with some internal, external rotation, but usually along the sacral base here, you're going to be able to just kind of maneuver yourself around, and then you're just going to hang out. Take a breath in. You want to work as far down as you can. You're going to run out of room eventually, or you're not going to be able to put any pressure down. And this is where you might want to roll a little bit sideways. Again, you want to work all the way down the hip as far as you can. Now, that's basically going after all the musculature attached to the sacrum, and then we want to work actually around the femur. So, side lying, we're going to actually start at the top of the hip. Okay, and work through kind of like the glute medius region, and then we're going to work specifically around that femur head. So again, we're getting all the different hip rotators. So starting up nice and high, and especially if you sink in on this ball, you might get some referral pain going all the way down your legs if your glute med or glute min is really, really tight. And then you want to work around the head of the femur, and through here you can get some really, really good trigger points. And again, you just want to visualize like where the femur head is, and you want to work around that, and then opening that hip in and out as you go. That's going to be really, really good at identifying just some spots, and then you're going to find that those spots tend to creep up quite a bit week in, week out, but that's really going to help with that hip range of motion. And we want to be doing this kind of like on a daily basis if we can. Create some momentum with creating some change there, and then the workout should get a little bit better.